unusual levels of uranium detected ahead. Caution is advised.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
I must say, I have many reservations about this. The Protectorate has always provided for us. For what reason would we forsake such a stable and safe way of life?
Because, friend, with the Protectorate, you're only surviving. With Antes, you'll be thriving.
So your superiors order you to thrive?
No. It's just something you can do on your own. You'll have bosses and employers, but it's up to you to get yourself to the top and make yourself the employer.
I see. And why would I want to do such a thing? Surely my assigned place would provide me with all the necessities of life?
Yes. But you could have more necessities, and even some unnecessaries.
For what reason would I desire material possessions which are, by definition, unnecessary? And while we're on the topic, what are you potentially gaining from recruiting me?
Ah, that's one of the best parts, John. When you sign someone else up, you get a bits bonus.
I see. This free market idea, seemingly not without merit. I'll require some time to ponder this.
Of course, friend. 2 days, 3 at most, and they'll come looking for contracts. That recruiter bits bonus is as good as mine.
I
2
think
days,
this was the last
3 at
one
most,
for the day.
and they'll come looking for
Time
contracts.
for a nap.
It's not a totally baseless idea. That should totally be annihilated, just like all capitalist propaganda. Praise the matriarch! It's not a totally baseless idea. That should totally be annihilated, just like all capitalist propaganda. Praise the matriarch!
This unit has finished compiling the comprehensive report on the commander you requested, Agent Ibarra.
Oh, thanks. But I didn't request a report.
This request is over 3,470 days old and was initially issued prior to the mission on Horizon Point.
Oh, shit! Delete that. It's most likely to have outdated information anyway.
Acknowledged. Purging the commander's favorite colors, foods, and activities report.
Oh, what's this? Non-protectorate personnel just sauntering up onto my porch, free as they please. Admit I'm accustomed to a higher standard of precaution. State your purpose, outsider, or exit yon way you came. Ah, I see you've discovered some of my misappropriated materials. Careful labeling proves prudent and useful yet again. Here, for your effort. A full set of Science Adventures Quarterly was stolen from me and sold to various unknown parties across the island. Since you've already proven adept at their repossession, I would put it to you to locate the rest. In exchange, I will provide you with rarities and bits. In my role, I compile material providing special insight on other colonies. Items prohibited to others, news logs, serials, and the like. During recent troubles, unsavory elements removed certain items from my old office. Among them, this entire series, which took considerable time to assemble, I might add. The Ministry of Accuracy, over the hill from here, where I formerly operated before the invasion. It is currently unoccupied by humans least ways. However, that, while unfortunate, remains inapplicable to matters at hand. Sources placed them briefly in the hands of Sub-Rosa black marketeers. Yet who sold the materials to them or where they went afterward remains a mystery. The line represented a growth of the medium from the less sophisticated 2-bit dreadful, both in style and effectiveness. Its remarkable popularity not only mirrored a rise in public sentiment against greedy corporations and tyrannical governments across colonies, the brief window surrounding the volume's release saw a marked increase in skip drone requests for Earth Directorate aid. I believe there remains much to learn from them. I'll admit, Commander Zane and Buddy's exploits make for a sensational read. They saved Carnefeller's brain, for instance. Oh, and Mammon Incorporated, of course, too. So no, I am not immune to their considerable charms, but my interests in recovering them are strictly professional, I can assure you. Ah, quite right. In fact, delightful. I am pleased you are on the case, as it were. So very Zane and Buddy. Return again when you have another 4 volumes, and I will trade them for more valuable oddities. True, outsider.
See any drones? Don't feel shy about bringing them down. That is the best damn news I've heard all day. Make sure to collect your reward at the bounty terminal if you haven't already. No use in leaving well-earned bits on the table. Better now that you've thinned the herd of drones. Or would you call that a swarm? Either way, seems all I can do is stand here and observe. Maybe that'll get me back into Car's good graces. Or maybe not.
Gonna need a bigger storeroom for all these orders. Let me guess. Gun keeps jamming, armor don't quite fit snug as you like? State your division and I'll get you outfitted, quick and proper, or your next provision's free. We ought to find you a new war bonnet first off. Just a little something to prevent more damage to your slivered upper story. I'm sure I have something here. As Chief Replenishment Officer, it's my privileged duty to furnish our brave troops with all of their wartime essentials. You could say I put the ration in liberation. Tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you. Good eye. Though I'd say they're better than nice. Got more armor than a hammerclaw, but better flight handling than the old clunkers we used to stock. If things had turned out differently, it might be someone else standing here, while I'd be off piloting one of those beauties. Don't have the aptitude for flight, apparently. But this role suits me fine. I like the upward mobility, in the metaphorical business sense, I mean. What? She'll start bleeding fuel during ascent, if not worse. I'd best go and take a quick gander, just in case. Thanks for the tip. She looks all right. The mechanics must have already gotten to the issue. Wonder if that's why Arlie was here the other day.
How do you eat Purpleberry Crunch? Real warriors eat it right from the box. Pleasure not doing business with you. You'd make a great lower manager.
To banter elsewhere.
Go consume like a good consumer. Can't you see I'm busy trying to look busy? Take whatever business you're running elsewhere.
The target's not on the ground, recruits! Eyes open when you pull the trigger. You can't shoot what you can't see.
Knock off the funny business.
Protectorate, this place really sticks with you. The mud, in particular.
Boy, take this terminal and trash it. That's it. I need a smoke. Look at them go. Mars can be pleased having them added to the arsenal. Drones launched, and no one dead. I'd say this calls for a celebratory smoke. Say, maybe we don't mention your part in all this to Carr, huh? Truth be told, she's taken issue with me as of late. I could really do with not looking the fool again. You're a real pal. You will definitely be getting a high score from me during the biannual peer review. And before you go, take these. I reckon they'll come in handy to someone of your expertise.
Nothing says there's a new sheriff in town, quite like a giant hologram over the town hall. Maybe we ought to go and introduce ourselves.
I got a job to do, and it ain't talking out of town.
In no time. You'll see. Swear, I almost had it this time. Everything all lined up. Easy mark, guaranteed moneymaker, favorable terms. Practically the recipe for success. Look like you've had your share of troubles. Ever had the perfect opportunity just slip through your fingers? So you can understand my situation then. I had just the thing to get me a fast-track promotion to lower middle management. Now you seem like someone who knows a good deal and wouldn't be adverse to helping me out. It's like this. I agreed to meet with a business associate to finalize a deal, but the location got set for Spire Grove. Problem is, you been outside of Fairfield? The funicular to Spire Grove broke recently, so I got no way to get up there. I'd break my neck scaling that cliff for sure. There's a long way around, but it's not for me. Why, the path there might be lousy with raptidons for all I know. It wasn't before, but mayhap they were just lulling me into a false sense of complacency so they can strike. While exploring facilities to the north, my partner unearthed a heretofore unexploited advanced protectorate technology. Couldn't or wouldn't go into details, but he promised every household would want one, that it'd revolutionize the daily life of Auntie's Choice citizens. Pitched him the dumbest deal I could think of. Told him I'd trade him my entire tossball card collection for schematics or a prototype. Said sure. Complete rube. Didn't even ask about condition. My Kelvin Tran rookie card isn't even ultra fine. Got a piece of nicotine chewing gum stuck to it. Don't want to bargain none? Might suspicious, you ask me. Like maybe I ought to end this here conversation. I have a few bits I can offer you. Not much, but if it turns out a roaring success like it ought to, and I get a fat promotion, I promise I'll see you're taken care of later. Splendid. Go parlay with Jackson Plum up at Spire Grove. It's some kind of agricultural harvesting encampment southwest of here, near a mess of them rocky spires. He'll provide the agreed-upon schematics. Truth is, haven't the slightest. You know the Protectorate have all the most advanced technology, though. Probably something straight out of an Aetherwave serial. Edible spacesuits, N-ray specs, matter translocation. It could be anything. If Jackson's all fired up about it, it'll be beyond comprehension, I'm sure. Well, the broke-down funicular is due west of here. Dexterous-looking so-and-so like yourself could probably scarp her up it in a jiffy. From there, it's just up the hill a smidge. So close, but so far away. At least for me, anyhow. All right, then. Don't let me keep you.
never been the type to sit behind a desk all day. What, when I could stand behind a bar?
My copious direct reports. Rest assured, I'm making adequate progress in my manual labors. Time for another performance review already. Apologies, I'm still applying the required elbow grease to scour these surfaces, just like a novice facility sanitizer should. Oh no, I'm not getting demoted again, am I? This meritocratic society is still so foreign. The workplace skullduggery, the prioritizing of self over community, the excessively colorful nutrition. Well, let's see. Before this, I was auxiliary assistant, then dehydrant rehydrator, then apprentice hireling. That was my big break with Auntie after we were liberated. However, I fear I'm not cut out for this canid eat canid lifestyle. Seems the only way to flourish is through general underhandedness and ruthless efficiency. Never picked up those skills in my 50 years as Fairfield's drone operator. Pity they didn't keep me on there. I was quite skilled at it. Oh, wait, there's a sprat race? Are we expected to bring our own? Never mind, I'll figure it out.
Welcome to the name-pending saloon, purveyor of spirits and stimuli. What'll it be, stranger? That is an ensuing step on my 19-point business plan. Trying to find a name that would convince patrons to spend their hard-earned bits here. Like to hear a few contenders? Quite far, actually. In fact, we're all the way up to 18 of 19. Why, sure. You'd be surprised how much loose talk and idle speculation occurs around here. What, between the Protectorate defectors, finally able to speak their minds, and all our off-duty Auntie's employees carping about work and the war? Any particular topic you have in mind? You're asking me for the particulars of a high-level corporate acquisition. Like an in-depth accounting of the various parties who vied for control and who won out in the end? They merged. Rebranded. Auntie Cleo seems in charge now. Dunno. Do my best to steer clear of corporate intrigue. Tell you one thing you can't avoid. The bridge. No other way around it, and at present, it's held by Protectorate forces. We have a small contingent of troops bivouacked nearby. Forward Operating Base, they call it. Oh, Minister Milverstreet's blessed with the gift of gab. Swear he could sell bypass shunts to a Raptidon. Ain't one of them falsely magniloquent types, though. Sincere fella. Shares command of Fairfield with Acquisitions Officer Carr. She's blunt and murderous. Two traits Auntie's Choice highly prizes in a commander of corporate forces. To say they have differing approaches to leadership is like saying, gee, suns are hot, whilst being incinerated in a solar eruption. Vox Station's run by a brigadier by the name of Montelli. Sounds like he's as much a danger to his own troops as ours. Real piece of work, even by Protectorate standards. Reportedly enamored of show trials and summary executions. My pleasure. Got anything for me in return? No. All of them? You mean the critters from Plague of the Mind parasites are real? Oh, gracious. Sure glad there ain't no inside-out monsters or they're like around these parts.
You seen the one where the two fixers give a beatdown to that rabid primal? That was us.
Yeah, let's consider that one our little secret. We spread that too freely, people here might just plumb succumb to terror. At present, my top favorites are 1. The Drunken Haggler, 2. Accessories, 3. Absinthe-minded, 4. The Fair Shake. Now tell me, which would make you spend your hard-earned bits here? Well, that's what we'll call it then. I'll tell future business partners we did extensive outside testing. I can now check off step 18 of my business plan. Wait, have you already read it? Did you sneak in here whilst I was on break and peruse it in its entirety? Well, you must be some kind of intuitive business genius then. Hope you're not staying in town long. Don't need the competition. Anyhow. Reckon so. Here's what we've got.
Is its teeth. Durable, all-purpose, in high demand for crafting applications. Unfortunately, not much else worth leveraging these.
Our target audience here is people who want to forget their worry. Well, don't you look thirsty? For fulfillment. Oh, right. The Fair Shake. What'll it be, stranger? All right. Appreciate...
Until then, bottoms up to your bottom line. Next up, something else. This reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate from Starfield. A good day for personal freedom and fair trade.
Taste more and feel like some rock. No worries, no be over here. Definitely not in excruciating pain.
You'd make a great lower manager.
Don't mean to sound unsociable, but you might not want to stand so close. The bleeding ain't contagious, but it ain't slowed much neither. I'd hate to bleed all over you. Wouldn't mind conversating a bit, though. Anything to take my mind off the pain. Oh, it stings.
This unit is not permitted to operate within corporate-owned medical facilities without said corporation's consent. Non-legally binding reassurances, however, may be offered.
Reassurances, you say? Like what?
Deploying reassurance. Do not worry. You will be fine.
I guess that's something. Look at me, drawing comfort from a drone after being attacked by one. Funny world, ain't it? You sound like my unit captain.
Stop sniveling, Erickson. You're not being paid by the tier.
Once I stopped howling, I saw her point. War ain't no place for soft hearts and weak rifles. If only she could have seen me when the drone first swooped in. I returned fire like it was a cereal. Bang, bang, bang! Pew, pew, pew! Oh, not excessively, of course. Don't want Auntie taking that extra ammunition out of my paycheck. Again, it was all going fine until the damn thing blasts me while I'm reloading. Mighty uncourteous, you ask me. I'd prefer if they were. Like with little butler hats, programmed to say pip pip and the like. Wouldn't be cost effective, but it would be adorable. Anyway, Trooper Faulkner happened upon the scene just then and dispatched the drone before it could finish me off. No idea where these drones are coming from, but Faulkner's been having a time of it lately. Be nice if someone helped out, but Carr's hands are tied. Lack of resources, I guess? As for the rest of these fine folk, they were attacked by Protectorate while defending the forward operating base. Imagine the base is probably hurting for warm bodies just now. Can't imagine they'd turn down help from anyone who knows how to handle themselves and is a friend of Auntie's. The FOB's our main line of defense. The only thing stopping the Protectorate from sending their legions over that bridge of theirs and attacking us here in Fairfield. The man in charge, Commander Torres, is a legend. Rumor has it his troopers are relentless, fighting through wounds that would kill most. What I wouldn't give to join his outfit. Now there's an idea might be worth considering. They do say the quickest way to a promotion is by climbing over other bodies. It's all a moot point till I can get this arm of mine mended. Poor Doc Barnes is working himself to the bone trying to take care of us, but he's only one man. I suppose it could be worse. At least Command's not throwing us at that relay station. Can't imagine the casualties he'd be dealing with then, given all its defenses. I don't know. You some kind of doctor type? I hate to stifle your curiosity, but I'm not looking to become an exhibit. Don't sweat it none. Auntie's Choice advocates for self-reliability anyway. Can't go around expecting other people to solve my problems for me, right? No, I'll be paying him for a service. I'm supporting the local economy, you see. Anyway, thanks for stopping to chat. The other troopers here ain't exactly chatty types. Maybe on account of the blood loss?
Go consume like a good consumer.
I must ask you to hold still.
My liver ain't the lily kind. Tell it to me straight, Doc.
The bullet shattered your tibia and all but demolished your gastrocnemius muscle. Due to the risk of infection, I have to abscise your leg. There is good news, however. I recently enrolled in a course on advanced amputation techniques, so I'll be seeing a positive return on my investment sooner than expected. Don't be obscene. I have on hand a perfectly adequate tranquilizer to manage any flailing.
Say, how sore are my pockets gonna be after all this, Doc? Don't suppose there's a discount for only taking a portion of the leg?
I'm not running a charity. If you desire full treatment, you'll pay full cost. If that's a problem, seek compensation from your commanding officer. Well then, she should have thought about that before getting shot.
This is a mighty big decision, Doc. Can I have a moment to noodle on it?
I don't encourage delays, but very well. It'll take a few minutes for me to warm up the saw anyway. Sweet merciful law, as if I haven't enough to contend with than some would-be resurrectionist coming around. What's next, a giant station falling out of the sky to crush us all? In case it isn't apparent, I'm having what might be called a day. A whole platoon of soldiers decided to get themselves all shot up defending the forward operating base. And then there's Erickson. Something happened with a drone. I don't know. You'd be better off speaking with him about it. Oh, good lad. But he's mistaken. It's not more hands I need, but resources. Short of you skipping back in time and ordering the coagulant I need, I doubt anything can be done to accelerate the timetable for treating these soldiers. I am a doctor, not a magician. I cannot manufacture coagulant from the aether, neither do I possess the special training to improvise with what supplies I have on hand. Now, was there anything else? Some. Most still tout the all-healing nature of protectorate medicine. But despite that, they're surprisingly amenable to accepting treatment.
They don't know what the right to dissent. Probably wouldn't even occur to them to turn down poison you told them to take it.
Good thing I don't prescribe poison then. Normally. In truth, I expected more resistance given the sudden transition. But I'm not one to complain of a headache I don't have. My stimulants cost a premium, but take enough and you'll see the architect. At least that's what I've heard. I'm rather amazed. How did you manage to formulate coagulant with only a handful of ingredients? Oh. Well, yes, obviously that was going to be the next thing I tried. In any case, I hate being in debt to anyone, so here, something for your trouble. It's your lucky day, Trooper. Our friend here has manufactured a coagulant that will raise your likelihood of surviving the abscission procedure tenfold.
I'm still not sure about...
What's that burning smell? Oh, good. I think the saw's all warmed up.
Better mosey before I charge you with first degree such and such.
Might I have a word, Commander? I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this might seem a bit of a left turn. But void it. I'm just gonna ask. Got an old friend here on the island. The doctor who patched me up after Horizon Point. Ex-protectorate, a good man. Tracked in the Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit. Brief one, of course. Not sure he'd still consider me such, but that's part and parcel of the reason I want to see him. I had some bad years on my own. Now with you here being part of a team, this might sound a mite soppy, but I feel like I could be a proper agent again. That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Too long, maybe. Much as I might love to jaw about that special interest of mine, this business with Zeb's gotta come first. Likely not. We didn't exactly leave off in a good way. Traded some hard words over promises I made, and ought not have. After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell, doing what we could to help folks in difficult spots, fighting protectorate tyranny in small ways. Too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before I showed up, and after, well, all my directorate talk fired him up even more. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the Protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action. Resistance is a mite strong. It wasn't like he was part of some greater movement. He avoided speaking out of line, but he was already spinning up discontent by the time we met.
Take the pressure off with anti-fizzos, bottled under more than 3 atmospheres of pressure.
Wasn't like I didn't want to take things farther. Hit the Protectorate where it hurt. But I still had my cover to think of too. I couldn't risk disrupting the mission. All the more reason the Earth Directorate needed someone in the system keeping an eye on things. Luckily, Val and I survived. I'd feel better about that commendation if things hadn't turned out as they did. We worked hard, but the Protectorate's arbiters and sentinels worked harder. Often than not, our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was still caught under the Protectorate's boot. Figure you say as much, but I'll admit, after 10 years in this colony, it's getting harder to argue an opposing view. Anyway, things weren't good. Zeb and I couldn't find the rhythm we had before. We were arguing every day. Eventually, cutting ties just seemed for the best. Clean like. Only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. That's the last I heard of him, till recent. If it weren't for Zeb, I'd be in the ground. It's a debt I never properly repaid. Plus, I don't relish his last memory of me being a vanishing act. I owe him better. And since finding you, well, a lot feels possible now that didn't before. Much appreciated, Commander. Promise, I won't be making a habit of pulling skeletons out of my closet. Westport's on the east side of the island. I tracked Zeb to somewhere on its outskirts, but never got up the nerve to visit before now. We ought to start there.
Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice?
I see a huge opportunity for us in Fairfield. There's zero competition and plenty to drive people to drink.
Travel can be more than just a solvent-based glue. Now it's good for...
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me, though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters. I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it. Though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I? I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
Can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientist. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking? When it results in a bunch of innocent folk getting maimed or murdered? Yeah, I call that pretty squarely evil. How can you be so even-tempered about this? I know you didn't know her like I did. Like I thought I did, but she betrayed us. She killed our friends, Commander. Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in dredging up the past. Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy. We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us. Reckon so. Some might embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangulum. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers. The Order of the Ascent is just another sect of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. The grand plan and all that used to be part of the Protectorate before their big falling out. Believe they can predict the future or some such, but nice plan-abiding folks don't kill for the betterment of their cause. I can't believe the Order plotted our murder. But 10 years ago, I would have said the same about DeVries. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic, real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks. Done some good too. Even I can admit that not everyone following the plan is a fanatic. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue. If only DeVries had shared in that good judgment, huh?
Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there. Reckon there's got to be someone on the island who can help us with that. Let's keep asking around. Friendly like.
DeVries sure has some cheek putting the Earth Directorate symbol on her wall after everything she's done.
Ectoplasm. Wait. Nope. Just taro excrement. Heavens, Auntie, you scared the living daylights out of me. Shouldn't sneak up on a man like that. Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the eyes. Could be a little of both, I'll grant you. I've been so wrapped up in my business, I'd barely notice a ship dropping out of the sky if it didn't land on me. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Just mistook you for another unfleshly manifestation. Beg pardon, but I'm accounted for. No. I was. But not anymore. Sorry. Keep forgetting. At any rate, the only thing I'm interested in picking up are clues. Though I haven't had much luck there, neither. Think I'll pass on opening my ticker to a stranger. But if you're so inclined, I will divulge to you the particulars of a different mystery. It all started the other night. Saw a personage leaving the greenhouse, late. Figured it for Emily, but when I asked her about it, she didn't know what I was talking about. Happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost him hereabouts. I turned a corner and they'd up and vanished. Or maybe this entity only had the strength to manifest but briefly on this mortal coil. Communication would have proven too difficult for a being of pure information. Well, maybe. I still don't know all the particulars yet, but it's one theory. I certainly won't say no to having a fresh set of lamps on the scene. Just be careful. Hate to see you disappeared like that foodstuffs.